Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a little bit since I've been able to make any videos that I can post as soon as I film them. Been doing a lot of commercial fishing, and there's a good bite going on, and it's actually been going on there for a while. So those videos are gonna get held off until that bite dies off, just because I don't want to blow up my friends' commercial spots while it's still commercial season. So here we are. It's middle of July. Water temperature is 77.9 right here up in this river, and today's a blue crab trip. Last year's blue crabbing absolutely blew, so I didn't do, I think, any of it besides like one trip or two trips to try to get enough crabs to eat dinner. That's all I was able to get. So gonna see if this works out today. No guarantees, but it's a little bit later in the year than last year, and water temperature's right. We got a low outgoing right now, so there's not much water in here. Muddy launch, very gross. This river mud is disgusting, but we're in. So let's go see if we can get some crabs. Chicken legs and drums and stuff like that for bait today. Collapsible traps is what I'm gonna use to catch them. I'll explain that stuff in a few minutes here. So let's go catch some crabs. Alright guys, this is the gear. I got a little pool noodle. I'm running some paracord too. Replace these cotton lines with this poly line so it doesn't rot out. That other stuff's so weak that you look at it wrong and it breaks. And if it breaks when you're pulling back some crabs, they'll fly right out the door. A lot shallower than I'd like to be today, but it's low outgoing. Tide turns in here within the hour, so I shouldn't have expected any more water than this, but we'll catch them. But the idea is you put your chicken, I'll show you here. You put your chicken underneath one of these springs. Springs are used to hold the chicken, and crabs come in and then when you reset your traps or pull them up, you pull the string, locks them inside. These are legal traps because they have workable doors. Therefore, when the terrapins can roll in through and eating your chicken and getting your traps, they're not going to suffocate from being trapped in. That's why Massachusetts no longer allows set traps like lobster gear for blue crabs. Too many turtles are dying. So this is legal and it works. So let's catch them. Get our 8 traps out and there we go. Set. Easy peasy. All right, first pull of the 2025 year for blue crabs. This is very telling. The first trap is always really telling on how your day is going to go, and I think I got to work my traps the other way. Like, we'll see what we got in here. Hey, that's not bad. It's a female, so I'm probably going to cut her loose anyways. Yeah. So I could tell it was a female. The long spines are a dead giveaway. Also the pink claws, the red claws. Now, what I'm gonna do, just gonna run down my trap line real quick and collect them in a bucket, keepers and shorts. And then I'm gonna sort them out using the tongs. It's because my traps are kind of close here, so I don't wanna miss my trap going down the line here. But I also don't like working with the way the tide's working right now. I'm gonna work up this way with the tide, into the tide, because I don't like going over my gear with a kayak, especially in 3 feet of water, in case there are any crabs that are spooked out of the trap from me going over it. Plus, it's always easier to work when you have your bow going into the tide. Nothing. So we're gonna spread this one out anyway. So we're gonna take this one down with us. I'm pretty close to all my gear. I like having my traps spread apart, so I'm not competing with myself too badly. That's a big Jimmy. That's a nice male. That's what we're looking for here. So I'm already doing better going up tide. going up tide, I'm actually getting more crabs in the pot. Probably because I'm sneaking up on the trap and closing it fast. I think when you go over it, they just, and we're only in 2 feet of water, 2.5 feet of water here, they're gonna see the boat and skedaddle out of the trap before you can set it. Unless they're really into that chicken. But, oh, going a little quick on this one. And that's gonna be a probable short. Oh yeah. All right, so first pull, one tiny one got out. 8 traps, 4 crab. I think a lot of this stuff. There we go, that's perfect. A lot of this stuff will be legal size. Just I don't really like keeping the females, but. So to measure crab, you go spine to spine. This one here is a short male, so he's gonna go back. Let me measure this big guy for you. This big one here is. This is what I want to see a bunch of. It's a nice hard. See this rusty color right here? He's a hard shell, old shell, and spine to spine has to be 5 inches. This one here is about 5 1/4, so he is good to go. He is making the grade today into the cooler. So the thing about females is that they're a much smaller crab, but because they got such wide spines, long spines, a lot of them do size out into keeper size. Actually, this one here is just like a 1/16 of an inch short. If you see that. If I can put it rested on that tip, and that passes by like a 1/16 of an inch. So this is actually is a short female, but she's a hard shell, and you can tell it's a female by this big D-shaped apron. The apron is where she keeps the eggs when she has her sponge, they call them, and when they get that sponge, you can't keep them regardless, even if they are legal. And she goes back. This one here is more than likely a keeper. And I really don't like keeping females, but you can see that's about 5 1/4 spine to touches there on that side. So she is legal. So you know what I'll probably end up doing is I'll probably keep her on standby. I want to get my limits of big males. They have more meat on them than these small females. Plus, I like keeping the females alive. They make the eggs. But if this is the difference between having 1 crab and having a few crabs for dinner, you know, I might as well have enough to make a meal. It's easy to lose track of your crab count in the cooler. Counting to 25 is real easy, but counting to 25 spread out over 2 hours can be pretty tough. So this simple little clicker is a great investment for cheap money to make sure you don't break the law. Limits 25 crabs per person in mass. So I have to make sure I abide by that at 5 inches. All right. So that is a very large diamondback terrapin. All right. Oh. All right. Don't bite me, buddy. I know you're not happy to be in here. So this is an old one. Ow. I know, you see that. It's okay, you're gonna go back. So, this little frand, you really can't see his shell because it's all covered in algae. He's an older turtle, well worn down. I know, you're not happy, pal. We'll cut you loose in a second. But these are like a threatened species. And I think it's the only saltwater / brackish turtle we have in New England. They are cool. All right, Big Mama, you going home? Don't eat all my chicken, please, though. Oh, here's another one. So I'm gonna let the terrapin go, but you can see clearly on this one, this is a different turtle, that he's got a nice diamond pattern on his shell. And see him going with that mouthful of chicken. So this is an immature female with that deep V. She come on. Sucks when the terrapins get you, though. You can go through a lot of chicken in a hurry, and they'll steal your bait right out of the trap. So not an ideal situation. If you're catching a lot of crab, it's really not a big deal, but when you're not catching a whole lot, that's when it does suck. Because you can run out of bait before you get your limit. Or I mean, get 10. We're not there yet. We only got 2 in the cooler, so. All right, so first spot, 3 keepers, 2 male and a female, and just as many terrapin in the traps. So I'm gonna try to find some deeper water. This isn't really working out. I don't know if it's this river's not as good as it used to be, or if there's been a couple bad years of spawn, or if it's water. It can't be water temp. It's already up to 80 degrees. Or it could just be the stage in the tide. Last year when I was here, I think both times it was low, and the crabbing wasn't very good. So it very well could be a tide situation. But I'm gonna go try to find some deeper water. We get some time here to burn today, so I do want my 25. If we get it, who knows? But all right, let's go find them. Yeah, all right. Take 2. This is my second set, or second spot. Sorry. Found some deeper water. It's sitting like 5.5 feet. Water temperature's down just a little tiny bit. Probably just due to not being so shallow and that sun heating up that mud. But I think I might have a little bit better luck in this deeper water. But let's see what happens. God, I'd like to get a limit. I'd love a nice little crab feast. Maybe some crab rangoons, some good stuff like that. But you got to catch the crab to have that. So, all right, let's go pull these. I just had them all set up and covering a lot of areas, big area to cover. So let's get them. Hey, there's some life in this one. Hey, all right. 2 turds and a maybe with no claws. But at this point, legal's legal. We have a tide change here. We are just turned. Now you're trying to, I know, you're looking up at me saying, what's going on, pal? Oh, some more in here. Okay. No, there isn't. Well, I guess I can probably measure you now. Easiest crab in the world to measure. It's gonna be a short, but yeah, 1/4 inch short. But when they got, actually, you know what? We'll take a pause here. You see, these are his claws growing back. Nice hard shell too. But he's a short. He's a fighter. Ooh, ooh, that's a monster, son. God, that was worth a set just for that one crab. Let's get a measure on that one. Holy moly. Yeah. Yeah, keep those claws occupied, buddy. So the inside of this gauge is 5 to 5. 5 inches. Inside to inside. Yeah, that's a 6-inch crab. Let's see what this belly look like. Oh, nice. He'll be a good eater. All right. Well. Yep. Oh. Another big boy. That's a really nice one. Yeah, buddy. Welcome aboard. Man, the limit of them that size, those big jimmies. Oh, what a great day that would be. Now this is a pretty good bucket. That one small one's probably gonna be going back, but get him out of there quick before he gets beat up too bad by these big ones. But he's gonna get a measure anyhow. Yeah, he's a 1/4 inch off. Nice hard shell rusty. But that said, let's see, I gotta double check these little ones, which should be all the way over. Yeah. Oh yeah, 1/4 inch bigger. So that one's a keeper. Obviously, always keep track of what you're putting in. You gotta get him out because that big boy could probably hurt this one. This guy here is a white belly, so he's a more recent shed, got a softer shell, thinner shell. So that big guy could bang him up pretty good. Yep, that's a keeper by a little more than a 1/4 inch. Whew. Don't put your hand in there. 2 and oh, yeah, big boy's aggressive. This is what you want though. These are the ones that make it worthwhile coming out. Yeah, 1 inch past, about as big as that other one. It's gonna have a nice belly too on him, so he's a nice hard shell. All right, so we just added 3 to the bucket. Or the cooler, excuse me. So you're always gonna go 1, 2, 3. All right, that's 7. We're getting there. That's probably one of the best pulls I've had in 2 years, which is sad. Like I said, I didn't do much last year. I was just so disappointed with how it was. Those 2 trips I went that I never came back out. But definitely finding some crab in this deeper water. I think the shallow water might have been a big part of why I was catching so few crab and small ones. Ooh, big boys. Another big jimmy. It's a fresher molt. You can just tell how vibrant the colors are on them, but that's definitely legal. So there's no complaints there. He'll have a softer shell, less meat, but he's a nice one. Ooh, another nice one. Ooh, got me through the trap, you little bugger. Ooh, well, that was close. Yeah, I got my pinky went through a hole apparently, and he just kind of went. And got me. Luckily, he didn't get a good hold of me, but that could have been really bad. Nothing on that one this time. All right. Now to do the measure up. So we got 3 crab that made it into the bucket on this go. They're all males. This is a really nice one. Yeah, that's a really nice male. Let's see. The only one that we stopped. The only one I'm questioning right now is this guy here, whether it's a keeper or not. Oh, no, just barely not. He's a nice rusty. That one actually would have been some good eating too. But and then we get this one here, which is a fresh molt. That just stole a leg off that other guy. Oh, we just dropped the claw. You bugger. That sucks. Yeah, another one, another good one. So, all right. So we're gonna put another two on the tally. That claw's gonna go in because I'm just gonna cook it today. The leg can go back. All right. There we go. It's gonna be a turtle. Yeah, I know it. Get out. Get out. Get out. Oh, you're the cutest little one I've ever seen in my life. That's a, you know, we're gonna take a look at you. You're just adorable. Get you back in the water. Don't bite me, buddy. I'll get you. Oh. So this is a baby diamondback terrapin. Let's make sure this is in focus. Yeah. I'm not gonna touch you, buddy. I'm not gonna hurt you. But yeah, they make them in mini models. Usually what you see is the big ones. But they're gonna be little at some point. Or the grand models, usually how big you see them. Alright. Right down to my chicken again. Oh, big boy. That's a limit right there. Now, I'm going to try to go back down and catch... Hey, hey, quit it. I'm going to try to go back down and catch another male keeper. And that's going to be able to make it so that I have a limit of males. Big one. Jesus. So I can throw that female back. Right now I have my 25. It's just I don't want to keep females if I don't have to. But I'm also going to be pulling my traps because it's 11 o'clock. So this is my last pull on the string. I have my limit. Just looking to call out the female, that's all. 24 in the cooler, 1 in the bucket. That one's not counted until it's in the cooler. Ooh, big boy. Alright, there's no doubt that. Measure him up real quick. All right, give him the measure. Perfect. He's legal, so she can go back. And that right there, boys and girls. 25 limit. All right, let's get these traps out of the water. 11:01, bingo. All right, guys, that's a wrap. Great day. Got my limit of 25. Got to get those females back, which is great. Took a little bit longer than I really wanted to. I'm kind of cutting it close on time here, but I got it done. A lot of quality today. Lots of males. Not so many females, which is what I want to see. Decent amount of small juveniles in the mix, but nothing wrong with getting a limit. So, all right, guys. All the stuff I use is going to be in the description. If you like what you saw, subscribe, comment, you know. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, ask me, and I'll get back to you. And I hope you guys enjoyed it, because I certainly did. So I'll see you guys on the next one.